Hi, I'm Nicholas Clavi, and I'm here at George Mason University investigating the controversy behind Glenn Youngkin's commencement speech this May. So, do you know who Glenn Youngkin is?
I do. He's governor of Virginia.
So, how do you feel about him coming to give the commencement speech?
I think he should off, to be honest.
Should off? Well, why?
That's just my personal opinion. That's why. Personally, I don't think any Republican governor should come to speak at a school such as this, especially when governors of the Republican Party tend to, how would you say it, tend to be very anti-liberal education, you might say.
So, what's your opinion on this issue?
Not thrilled. I think he stinks.
Okay. Is there any specific reason why you'd say that?
I think his policies are bad and mean to many groups of people.
So given his past and everything that I've seen him stand for, I don't necessarily agree with it, but I mean, if there's anything that the Mason students could do about it, I would totally support that.
So he's coming to give the commencement speech this May. What's your thoughts on this?
I have mixed feelings. I mean, I know since he's our governor, he is important to figure out our colleges and everything like that here in Virginia. But I mean, I don't know. I've heard the riots and everything, and that it's going all over the place.
Riots?
Yeah.
What were riots?
Or not riots, necessarily, but the marches and stuff here at school. And how it's kind of a bad idea. So I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it.
So what specifically do you disagree with?
His past comments and also his showing of racism and other things that he has portrayed over his course and even before his governance.
So may I ask what specific instances of racism you've seen?
I haven't specifically seen. I mean, I guess my knowledge on it is just the reports that I've heard of on the news and so on and so forth. But I could not give a specific incident for that.
I don't have any specific at the moment, but I know he's a bad guy.
I'm not a policymaker, right? I'm not a school decision maker. I'm not going to list out my list of reasons why he shouldn't come. I personally don't agree with the Republican Party's platforms, and that's why I don't think he should be here.
I would say definitely trying to get rid of the LGBT community.
What has he done to get rid of that community?
I know he hasn't done anything yet, but I know he's trying to, because his views are different than most people's about that community, and trying to downgrade it in a sense to make it not happen.
So are people being a little dramatic about the whole thing?
I would say so. I mean, my research on him and when he became the actual governor of the state, that he was trying to do all these things and do it based on what Trump said. And I know people have mixed feelings about Trump too. And so I just think it's just a thing where people are already assuming things, and people are already trying to assume that he's going to do something bad. So I don't know, if he's not trying to do anything or change anything, and I'm mishearing, then sure, do whatever you want. I don't really care.
Just personally for me, members of the Republican Party are just not people I'd feel comfortable with. It's not my commencement, right? So I think seniors would have their own opinions on whether or not he should attend. But personally, that's not someone I would want speaking at my commencement.
Yeah, so I see it as this. He was voted for a reason, correct? However, if there is a certain community on the George Mason campus that feels, I guess how you could say, offended to his presence on campus for this event, then I would say that just George Mason as a university and colleges are all about students and their beliefs and how they portray college. College is supposed to, especially as an undergraduate, it's supposed to be a journey. College is a journey, and if there's a certain community that feels against it, then I believe we should all, as the rest of the student body, back up that community that feels strongly against it.
So we've been out here all day, and it doesn't seem that anybody has any specifics as to why they hate him. They just do. So if I can ask, are people making a bigger deal out of it than it is?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Do you want to elaborate a little bit?
No.
Okay, well, thanks so much.